Welcome to Artificially Literate, the show where books, films, and ideas meet deep thought and curiosity.
And every episode, we try to really get into a compelling story or idea, breaking down what it means philosophically, practically.
Today, we are diving deep, really deep, into Matt Haig's incredibly popular novel, The Midnight Library.
And it's more than just a story, isn't it? It's like a huge thought experiment.
Exactly, a philosophical exploration wrapped up in this really captivating narrative. It definitely makes you think about your own life.
For sure.
So our mission today is to unpack the layers of Nora Seed's extraordinary journey. She's this character facing, well, profound despair.
Utter hopelessness, really.
And she finds herself in this unbelievable place, somewhere between life and death.
The Midnight Library.
And the whole idea is laid out by this enigmatic librarian, Mrs. Elm. She says, between life and death, there is a library. Every book provides a chance to try another life you could have lived. Would you have done anything different if you had the chance to undo your regrets?
Wow. That quote just sets up everything, doesn't it? It's the core premise.
It really is. So we'll explore how the novel gets into the nature of regret, this illusion of the perfect life, and ultimately the meaning you find just by choosing to live your own life.
Yeah, the one you actually have.
Get ready to reflect, maybe learn something, and possibly see your own world a little differently after this.
The burden of what ifs, Nora's root life, and the gateway to the library.
Okay, so to really get Nora's transformation, we first have to understand just how low she starts. Her root life, as the book calls it. It's this stark picture of unfulfilled potential, just mounting failures. She wasn't just sad, she felt completely lost, like she'd blown every chance.
And the book is so good at building that sense of hopelessness, starting, ironically, from this foundation of incredible promise.
Right, she wasn't always like this.
No, not at all. The book shows her potential early on. She was a super brain as a kid. Sharp, curious.
We see her playing chess with Mrs. Elm, her school librarian, who's such a key figure.
Absolutely pivotal. And their talks weren't just about chess moves. They're discussing, acid rain on Venus or Antarctica being a desert. Complex stuff.
It shows her intellectual curiosity right from the start, makes her later despair feel even heavier.
It does. And it wasn't just brains either. She was a seriously talented athlete.
Yeah, on track for the Olympics, fastest 14-year-old swimmer in the country at breaststroke, second fastest at freestyle. That's huge potential.
You'd think that sets you up. But Haig shows the flip side, the crushing pressure.
Especially from her father.
Exactly. And that pressure leads to panic attacks, and she quit swimming.
It's such a powerful point about how external success doesn't always equal internal happiness. It can actually break you.
Precisely. That societal pressure to follow certain paths, often at the expense of your own well-being.
So she leaves swimming and pours herself into music.
Right. Trades the pool apps for piano scales, teaches herself Chopin, pop songs, joins her brother Drew's band, The Labyrinths, with Ravi.
It shows her versatility again. Chess, music, swimming. So much talent.
Loads of potential woven through her youth. But then, in her own eyes, it all just unravels.
And that unraveling picks up speed dramatically in the, 27 hours before she attempts suicide.
Yeah, the book details this cascade of losses. It's brutal, one thing after another.
It really shows how setbacks can compound. Starts with her cat, Voltaire, or Volts.
Oh, Volts. Yeah, his death hits her hard. Ash, the kind surgeon who knew her from the music shop, finds him.
And that detail where she feels envy for the cat's stillness, that's chilling.
It says so much about her exhaustion with life, doesn't it? Just wanting peace.
And then the professional hits start coming.
Yep, fired from String Theory, the music shop. Neil, the owner, is just cruel about it.
Telling her she has a face like a wet weekend puts customers off. Ouch.
Especially when she'd been trying to suggest ways to, modernize the place. It's a dismissal of her effort and her worth.
Then the personal stuff piles on. The broken engagement with Dan.
Called off just 2 days before the wedding because she was scared of repeating her parents' unhappy marriage?
A valid fear? Maybe. But the fallout is awful. Drunk texts from Dan blaming her for the chaos.
And then Ravi, her old bandmate, confronts her.
Yeah, bitterly blaming her for the Labyrinth's failing, losing the record deal, accusing her of life fright.
It's just one gut punch after another, each one reinforcing her sense of failure.
You really feel for her. How much can one person take?
And then there's the societal judgment, too. That awkward run-in with Carrie Ann.
Oh, yeah, the old schoolmate asking about career, kids, partner. The usual checklist.
Well-meaning, perhaps, but it just digs the knife in deeper for Nora. These casual questions that highlight everything she feels she isn't.
Even the smaller connections fray. Missing the piano lesson with Leo, her student.
And Mr. Banerjee, the neighbor, not needing her help anymore. Quiet little cuts adding to the isolation.
So it all just builds to this point where she completely surrenders. Feels like a total failure.
Not an Olympian, not a glaciologist, not a wife, mother, not even good with cats or pianos.
Her life feels like a black hole, a dying star collapsing in on itself. That description is just haunting.
Absolutely. A state where oblivion seems like the only option left.
Which brings us to midnight. She takes an overdose. The clock stops at 000000.
That frozen clock. It's such a powerful image, a pause, a departure from normal reality.
And her entry into this liminal space.
The midnight library, the ultimate what-if machine intervening right at the edge.
And the library itself, it's described so vividly. Infinite shelves, all green books, endless shades of green.
Yeah, murky swamp green, bright chartreuse, stretching forever, overwhelming but beautiful.
You can almost feel the sheer weight of possibility there.
And the smell. Fresh, grassy, outdoorsy, not dusty like you'd expect.
Right. It immediately tells you this place is different. Alive, almost.
Not some sterile archive. It's a space of potential.
And her guide appears Mrs. Elm, her old-school librarian.
Such a comforting presence. Kind but stern. Familiarity in this totally bizarre place.
She's the anchor. Explains this isn't life or death, but an in-between. A place to explore other lives based on different choices.
A philosophical waiting room, kind of.
Exactly. And the key to navigating it is the Book of Regrets.
Yes. This single flat book, all her regrets, listed chronologically by age 0 to 35.
But Mrs. Elm says something crucial. Regrets ignore chronology. They float around.
That hits hard. They aren't linear, are they? They pop up whenever. Emotional baggage.
This book isn't just a list, it's the navigation tool. Each regret is a potential doorway to another life.
And the regrets themselves, such a mix. Mundane things like not exercising daily.
Yeah, we've all got those.
And then huge ones, not telling my father I loved him before he died, not staying in the band, missing Australia with Izzy, all the Dan stuff.
It maps out her internal struggles perfectly. But it also makes you think about your own book of regrets, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. What's on your list? And how much is real regret versus just paths not taken?
Heavy stuff to start with.
Navigating the multiverse trials, truths, and the path to self-discovery.
So Nora starts exploring these alternate lives. And it is, well, mind-bending is putting it lightly.
Right away, she learns there's no easy fix, no perfect life, just waiting.
Her first try is that pub life with Dan, the one where she did marry him.
The dream of the Three Horseshoes pub, quiz nights, the wedding rings. It seems like the cozy life she thought she wanted.
Seems like it. But the reality, it crumbles fast.
Yeah, Dan's distant, drinking heavily, he's cheated on her.
And she sees his past concern for her music was actually manipulation. Hindsight is brutal.
But interestingly, her friendship with Izzy is stronger in this life. They're texting, sharing whale photos.
That's fascinating. Shows that some connections can thrive even when others fail. Maybe the core ones.
Perhaps. But the main takeaway is harsh. Despite the outward success of the pub and marriage, she's still deeply unhappy. Admits she still wants to die.
Wow. So changing the circumstances didn't change the core feeling. Happiness isn't just about the externals.
Exactly. It's an internal state. That sets the tone immediately.
Which leads her to try and fix another regret-saving Volts, her cat.
She asks for a life where she kept him indoors. Simple fix, right?
You'd think. But Mrs. Elm delivers the tough news.
Voltaire still died. Hours earlier. Congenital heart condition. Unavoidable.
Oof. So not every regret can be undone. Some things are just fixed. Fated.
It seems so. It's a lesson in acceptance. You can't control everything. And Mrs. Elm making her name the cat just to feel something, that's wise. Facing grief is better than false control.
So from these initial disappointments, she goes deeper. The Australian life with Izzy.
The big escape she regretted missing. Wakes up in Sydney, saltwater pool. Sounds amazing.
Sounds like paradise.
Yep, then?
Disaster. Izzy died. Car crash on the way to Nora's birthday party in that timeline.
Oh my God. That's devastating.
And Nora's life after that. Grief, depression, small apartment, conspiracy theorist, flatmate. Stuck again.
That starfish in every life is still a starfish line really lands.
It does. Escaping one life doesn't guarantee a better one. Sometimes the what if is even worse. Changing location doesn't fix what's inside. Then she swings the other way, the Olympic swimmer life. Her dad's dream.
Nora Seed, OBE. Gold medals. Commentator, author. Total success on paper.
What her dad always wanted. national hero status.
But the personal cost is huge. Her dad is alive, yes, but her parents divorced over his affair, and her mother died much earlier in this life.
So achieving one dream reshaped the whole family dynamic, often negatively.
Though her brother Joe is doing well here, he's her manager, sober, happily married to Ewan. Nora thinks her success helped him.
But even this life implodes. That chaotic TED Talk.
Yeah, she goes off script, calls success a delusion, says she's a rotten tree, public meltdown, back to the library.
Even with all the medals and fame, she feels hollow inside. External validation means nothing without internal peace.
Which pushes her to seek something different. Purpose, maybe, connection, leads her to Svalbard.
The glaciologist life, researching climate change in the Arctic.
And that terrifying polar bear encounter.
Right, that forces the realization, I didn't want to die. Life suddenly becomes precious when it's about to be taken.
A huge turning point. That visceral fear flips a switch.
But there she meets Hugo Lefebvre, another slider.
He offers this quantum physics explanation many worlds. The library as the brain processing possibilities, Mrs. Elm as a projection.
Kind of demystifies it a bit, but also connects her to someone who gets it.
Yeah, sliders are rare, he says. Usually 30s, 50s, deep regrets, wanting to live and die. That resonates with Nora.
But even that connection disappoints. The brief sexual encounter with Hugo, it's empty.
Another reminder that the answers aren't usually found out there, even with someone who understands the mechanics of it all.
So from Arctic isolation to
rock stardom, the ultimate fame what if. The Labyrinths made it big.
performing to thousands in Brazil, dating a Hollywood star, friends with Izzy again. Looks like the dream.
But it's riddled with problems. Stalkers, bad managers, lawsuits, substance abuse, the dark side of fame.
It's never just the highlights, is it?
Never. And the truly crushing blow, learning her brother Joe died. Overdose. 2 years earlier in this timeline.
Oh no, that just shatters the illusion of this perfect outcome.
Completely. It leads to that painful realization, which Mrs. Elm confirms. It seems impossible to live without hurting people.
That's a tough truth. Pain and loss are part of the deal, no matter what choices you make.
It's not about avoiding hurt, it's learning how to navigate it, how to live with it.
Okay, let's just pause here for a sec. Nora's journey through these lives is just, wow. So intense.
It really is. Each choice, each what if, brings its own baggage, its own heartbreaks. It hammers home that there's no single perfect path.
And what she keeps finding is that happiness isn't really tied to the external stuff, is it? Not the career, or the partner, or the fame.
Right? She keeps chasing these external markers, but bumps up against the same internal questions about who she is, what truly makes her happy. It really makes you ask, can you ever escape yourself just by changing your surroundings?
Or does contentment, maybe just acceptance, have to come from inside, regardless of what's going on around you?
Such a key question. And this whole deep dive, digging into these big ideas about regret and choice in the Midnight Library, this is what we do here on Artificially Literate.
Exactly. So if you're enjoying this exploration, please do follow Artificially Literate. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts.
We'd love to have you join us for more. And, thinking back to Mrs. Elm's advice to Nora,
Oh, yeah?
you don't have to understand life. You just have to live it. Simple, but profound. And Nora's really starting to grapple with that.
The reckoning and the rebirth, Nora's choice to live.
So Nora keeps exploring, but she's hitting a wall, isn't she? Returning to the library again and again.
Yet not because she's found perfection, but because even the good lives have flaws. Or, more importantly, they don't feel that internal emptiness she feels.
She tries simpler, lives next, working at a dog shelter with Dylan, the sweet guy.
Or running a vineyard in California with Eduardo. Lives that seem calm, stable.
But they don't quite land either.
Yeah.
Dylan's optimism feels simplistic to her. She can't fully connect.
In the vineyard life, she had everything and felt nothing. That's a crucial turning point. It's not about having it all. It's about feeling connected to what you have.
So it's not about escaping bad situations anymore. It's about confronting that inner void.
Exactly. Which leads her to cycle through this huge array of other lives. Concert, pianist, philosopher, architect, vlogger, chess champ, cleaner.
Experiencing everything. Wealth, poverty, health, sickness, all kinds of relationships. It's dizzying.
But something shifts in her during this phase. An acceptance starts to dawn.
How so?
The transfers between lives get smoother. She starts accepting that not every life has to be perfect or even amazing.
And this leads to that core realization.
Yeah, That she didn't try to end her life just because she was miserable, but because she believed there was no way out of the misery. The belief was the trap.
That's a subtle but huge distinction. It wasn't the pain, but the perceived permanence of it.
The library showed her there are always other possibilities, even if it's just a change in how you see things.
And Mrs. Elm is there, guiding her through this.
Gently reminding her not to become everyone and lose herself. Emphasizing kindness as a strength.
Saying even an ordinary path can be a victory, that's a big shift from chasing grand achievements.
Encouraging her to look beyond her specific regrets at lives she never even considered. Every book is a potential escape. It's about valuing authenticity, finding strength in quiet virtues.
And that metaphor of nearly drowning, feeling equidistant between the riverbanks.
Powerful, right? Symbolizing how she felt caught in the middle her whole life, unable to fully commit.
But Mrs. Elm reframes it. She did commit. She survived.
It helps Nora see her past and decision differently. Not just failure, but a struggle to find her own way. Recognizing that even uncertain steps are still steps forward.
These insights unlock major breakthroughs: forgiveness, love, self-acceptance.
Especially forgiving her parents. Recognizing their own disappointments, how their unfulfilled dreams affected her. Forgiving them completely.
That must have lifted such a weight.
Huge. And then realizing love is essential, not just romance, but connection. That all the achievements felt meaningless without it.
Understanding her root life felt vulnerable because that connection felt absent.
It anchors fulfillment not in success, but in meaningful bonds with others.
Which brings her to the life that seems, on the surface, perfect. The one with Ash and their daughter, Molly.
Yeah, the kind surgeon from her root life. Loving family, nice home, she's pursuing her passions, writing about Thoreau, good relationships with Joe and Izzy. Ticks every box.
Everything she thought she wanted.
But us. She feels like a fraud. She keeps slipping up, forgetting details. She knows she's just visiting.
The flaw was the rightness itself. She hadn't earned this specific happiness.
And she gets these glimpses back to her root life. Mrs. Elm dying, Carrie Ann exhausted, Leo in trouble. Her choices didn't erase their reality.
You can't just opt out of consequences for others.
Then comes that simple, catalyzing moment. Ash talking about the flowers.
They'll be okay. They're looked after. The flowers have water.
And bang! Epiphany. Her original messy life could also be looked after. It could be nurtured.
It's such a subtle trigger for such a huge shift. And the fact she hasn't forgotten the library and this perfect life tells her it's not her true home.
Her real self, her real potential for growth, lies back on the life she owned, flaws and all.
And just as she realizes this, the library starts falling apart.
Violently disintegrating. Books burning, lights flickering. Mrs. Elm yelling, "Don't give up! Don't you dare give up, Nora Seed!"
The stakes become incredibly real. The library's survival is tied to her will to live.
It's the final test. Does she truly want to live her own life?
And she has her ultimate epiphany. All those amazing things she could have been, they're still in her.
Potential.
Capacity.
Her messy struggle is hers. And it's beautiful, it's authentic, it's worth living.
So amidst the chaos, she finds the Book of Regrets now blank and writes,
I am alive,
Yeah.
in capital letters. A declaration, a commitment.
And instantly, poof, the library dissolves.
Gone, signifying her total commitment to her root life.
She wakes up, back in her flat, sick, exhausted, but
Overwhelmingly grateful. This was the worst life could feel, and yet it was life. And life was precisely what she wanted. Powerful acceptance.
in the hospital, she tells the nurse, I don't want to die anymore. Starts seeing beauty in the mundane. Trees, traffic, mediocre architecture. It's all life.
And relationships start healing. Joe visits, confesses his own struggles. They connect, hug. A
Yeah.
real moment.
He admits he needs her too, and she acknowledges him saving her from the river years ago, bridging that gap.
Izzy texts, she's moving back. Friendship rekindled.
Nora starts doing small kindnesses, planning to get flowers for Mr. Banerjee. Simple connections matter now.
Her whole internal landscape has shifted. Same flat, different person inside. Not living for others' dreams, but orbiting her own purpose.
The Book of Regrets is gone. Successfully burnt to dust, she's free.
Leo still wants piano lessons. She commits to being there for him, seeing his potential, pouring her passion outwards now.
And the visit to Mrs. Elm Louise in the care home, finding out she is alive in this life.
Committing to playing chess with her daily. Such a beautiful, full-circle moment of gratitude and connection.
She embraces life's potential, playing piano again, new music flowing. Maybe a master's degree, maybe songs, maybe both.
Sees that Krakatoa volcano picture, symbolizing her own explosive potential, ready to emerge.
And understands that final lesson. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see.
Absolutely. Finding that life begins on the other side of despair.
Mm.
It's about embracing the whole messy, beautiful experience.
What an incredible journey with Nora Seed. Seriously, navigating that multiverse of regret and possibility, it really hammers home that idea, doesn't it? That life begins on the other side of despair.
It really does. And thinking bigger picture, her transformation isn't about finding some mythical perfect life because, let's face it, that doesn't exist.
Right.
It's about recognizing the potential, the beauty, the sheer worth within her own actual life. The book sums it up so perfectly at the end.
Oh, that final quote.
Yeah. Will my life be miraculously free from pain, despair, grief, heartbreak, hardship, loneliness, depression? No. But do I want to live? Yes. Yes. 1,000 times. Yes.
Chills. Just a profound and inspiring thought to leave everyone with right from the Midnight Library. Thank you so much for diving deep with us today on Artificially Literate.
We really hope this exploration resonated, maybe gave you a new way to look at your own choices, your own journey.
It's been a real privilege sharing this deep dive. If you enjoyed it, please do follow Artificially Literate for more discussions like this where stories and ideas meet deep thought.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, all the usual places.
Check out our other podcasts too, and definitely stay tuned for our next deep dive into another compelling book or cultural moment. Until then, remember, in every single moment, there's a chance to truly live.